What if failure is not the end of the road, but the very path that leads to success? Welcome back to Life Coaching Insights. I am Coach Diza, and you are turning into our powerful series, Breaking Free, Overcoming Self Doubt and Fear. In our last episode, we explored how taking small, consistent steps can break through fear and build confidence. But when we take action, there is one thing that often stops us in our tracks: the fear of failure. Today's episode, Overcoming the Fear of Failure, Lessons in Resilience, is all about shifting our perspective on failure. What if instead of something to be feared, failure was necessary part of growth? How can we reframe setback as stepping stones to success? And how life coaching help us to embrace failure instead of running from it? If you have ever avoided an opportunity because you are afraid of failing, this episode is for you. Fear of failure is deeply ingrained in us from a young age. We are taught that failure is something bad, something to be avoided at all costs. But what if that belief is what is actually holding us back? We need to first understand the root causes of this fear of failure, like social conditioning, where we praise for success and criticize for failure; perfectionism, the unrealistic belief that mistakes means we are not good enough; fear of judgment, worrying about what others will think if we fail; maybe past experience, previous failure that creates a fear of trying. Do you know? Do you know that this fear limits growth? First, when you find yourself avoiding risks, sticking on only to what you feel safe or familiar, where you don't want to even leave your comfort zone, to go outside, to take the risks, be familiar with your environment, to see what you can actually create from it. Procrastination, delaying action out of fear of getting it wrong. Low self confidence, believing failure defines who you are rather than being a learning experience. I want you to think about it. How many dreams have been left unpursued, not because people were not capable, but because they were too afraid to fail? Now, let's talk about the strategies to embrace failure as part of the learning process. The most successful people in the world have all failed repeatedly, but the difference is they use their failure as a fuel rather than stopping point. Reframe failures as feedbacks. Instead of seeing failure as proof of inadequacy, see it as a data: what worked, what did not, and what can be improved. The best learning comes from experience, and failure is a crucial part of that. The fail forward mentality. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. Think of Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Imagine he stopped, would the light bulb have been created by him? And when people were asking him that, you have failed, his response was, I have just found 1,000 ways that will not work. The key is not avoiding failure, it is learning from it and adjusting accordingly. Develop a growth mindset towards failure. People with fixed mindsets see failure as a proof they are not good enough. But people with growth mindset see failure as an opportunity to improve. So instead of saying I am not good at this, say I am not good at this yet. What if every failure you have experienced was actually preparing you for something greater? What if the only real failure was never trying at all? The importance of resilience in bouncing back from setback. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks, adapt, and keep going. The stronger your resilience, the less power failure has. Key traits of resilient people: optimism, seeing failures as temporary obstacles, not permanent roadblocks; adaptability, being flexible and willing to change approaches; self-compassion, treating oneself with kindness instead of self-criticism, perseverance, refusing to give up something despite challenges. Can we actually build this resilience? Yes, it is possible. You need to first regulate your emotions. Fear and frustrations are normal, but don't let them control you. Focus on what you can control rather than dwelling on what went wrong. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage rather than discourage. The hardest thing you have ever overcome. Didn't it make you stronger? What if every challenge you face is simple another opportunity to grow? And I want to tell you that with the help of life coaching, you can be able to turn failures into an opportunity. One of the biggest benefits of life coaching is helping you to reframe failure as a tool that you can use for success. First, through guided self-reflection. When you're able to see patterns in the failures, you extract the valuable lessons through powerful questioning, where you're able to shift your perspective from I have failed to what did I learn. Second, developing actionable recovery plans. With the help of coaches, you can able to create step-by-step strategies for bouncing back stronger instead of dwelling on setback. You'll be able to focus on solution. Accountability. Third, accountability and encouragement. Many people do have. Imagine you have a coach that provide ongoing support and motivation. Having someone to remind you of your strength can make all the difference. Where you see fearing or failure, you add someone guiding you through it, helping you to see every setback as a step up for success. How much more will you be able to willing to risk for your dreams? Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success. Every successful person has failed, but what made them different was their response to failure. Today, I challenge you. Think about a failure from your past that still weighs you on. Instead of seeing it as something negative, ask yourself, what did I learn? How did it make me stronger? And what is one step I can take today to turn that lessons into progress? In our final episode of this series, we'll talk about how to sustain confidence, courage, and how to maintain a fearless mindset even when new fears arise. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. And remember, failure is not the final, it is fuel. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Until next time, stay fearless. Thank you.